3, 4. There goes the siren and the lungs of the air raid. Then comes the sound of the guns sending flak. Out for the scramble, you got to get airborne. Got to get up for the coming attack. Jump in the cockpit and start up the engines. Remove all the wheel blocks, there's no time to waste. Gathering speed as we head down the runway. Got to get airborne before it's too late. Running, scrambling, flying, rolling, turning, diving, going in again. Running, scrambling, flying, rolling, turning, diving. Run, live to fly, fly to live, do or die. Once you run, live to fly, fly to live, aces high. Move into fire at the mainstream of bombers. Let out the sharpers and then turn away. Roll over, spin round to come in behind them. Move to the blind sides and fire in again. Bandits at 8 o'clock moving behind us. 10 MU-109s out of the sun. Ascending and turning, our spitfires to face them. Heading straight for them, I press down my guns. Rolling, turning, diving. Rolling, turning, diving, doing it again. Rolling, turning, diving. Rolling, turning, diving. Run, live to fly, fly to live, do or die. Won't you run, live to fly, fly to live, aces high. Rolling, turning, diving. Rolling, turning, diving. Run, live to fly, fly to live, do or die. Won't you run, live to fly, fly to live, aces high. Kill for gain or shoot to maim, but we don't need a reason. The golden goose is on the loose and never out of season. Black and pride still burns inside this shell of bloody treason. Here's my gun for a barrel of fun, for the love of living death. The killer's breed or the demon seed, the glamour, the fortune, the pain. Go to war again, blood is freedom stain. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. 2 minutes to midnight, by hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes to midnight, to kill the unborn in the womb. The blind men shout, let the creatures out, we'll show the unbelievers. Napalm screams of human flames for a primetime Belson feast. Yeah! Ask the reasons for the carnage, cut their meat and lick the gravy. We oil the jaws of the war machine and feed it with our babies. The killer's breed or the demon seed, the glamour, the fortune, the pain. Go to war again, but it's freedom stained. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. 2 minutes to midnight, the hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes to midnight, to kill the unborn in the womb. The body bags and little rags of children torn in two, and the jelly brains of those who remain to put the finger right on you. As the madmen play on words and make us all dance to their song, to the tune of starving millions to make a better kind of gun. The killer's breed or the demon seed, the glamour, the fortune, the pain. Go to war again, but it's freedom stained. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. 2 minutes to midnight, the hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes to midnight, to kill the unborn in the womb. Midnight, 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 it's all night. Midnight, midnight, It's all night. Ooh, 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 midnight, midnight. The body bags and little rags of children torn in two, and the jellied brains of those who remain to put the finger right on you. As the madmen play on words and make us all dance to their song, to the tune of starving millions to make a better kind of gun. The killer's breed or the demon seed, the glamour, the fortune, the pain. Go to war again, blood is freedom stain. Don't you pray for my soul anymore. 2 minutes to midnight, the hands that threaten doom. 2 minutes to midnight, to kill the unborn in the womb. Midnight, midnight, midnight. It's all night. Midnight, midnight, midnight. All night.
1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
As a young boy chasing dragons with your wooden sword so mighty, you say George or you're David and you always kill the beast. Times change very quickly and you had to grow up early. A house to smoking ruins and the bodies at your feet. You'll die as you live in a flash of the blade, in a corner forgotten by no one. You live for the touch, for the feel of the steel. One man and his honor. The smell of resin leather, the steely iron mask. As you cut and thrust and parried at the fencing master's call. He taught you all he ever knew, to fear no mortal man. And now you'll wreak your vengeance in the screams of evil men. You'll die as you live in a flash of the blade, in a corner forgotten by no one. You live for the touch, for the feel of the steel. One man and his honor. The smell of resin leather, the steely iron mask. As you cut and thrust and parried at the fencing master's call. He taught you all he ever knew, to fear no mortal man. And now you'll wreak your vengeance in the screams of evil men. You'll die as you live in a flash of the blade, in a corner forgotten by no one. You live for the touch, for the feel of the steel. One man and his honor. You die as you live in a of a blade in a corner forgotten by no one. You live for the touch, for the feel of the steel. One man and his honor.
Into the abyss I'll fall, the eye of wars. Into the eyes of night, watching me go. Green is the cat's eye that glows in this temple. Enter the risen Osiris, risen again. Tell me why I had to be a power slave. I don't wanna die, I'm a god. Why can't I live on when the life giver dies? All around is laid waste, and in my last hour I'm a slave to the power of death. When I was living this life, fear was my game. People would worship and fall, drop to their knees. So bring me the blood and red wine for the one to succeed me. For he is a man and a god, and he will die too. Tell me why I had to be a power slave. I don't wanna die, I'm a god. Why can't I live on when the life giver dies? All around is laid waste, and in my last hour I'm a slave to the power of death. A power slave. I don't wanna die, I'm a god. Why can't I live on when the life giver dies? All around is laid waste, and in my last hour I'm a slave to the power of death. 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 1, 2, 1, 2. He flew down a glove, you made the mistake of picking it up, now you're gone. Well, the choosing of guns or fighting with swords, the choice of weapons is done. It'll tear you apart as soon as you start. You know you don't have a chance. Oh, fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for the pleasure. Fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for your life. Ready to start, the duel begins. The best man wins at the end. A lunge and a feint, a parry too late, a cut to the chest and you're down. Seeing the stain, then feeling the pain, feeling the sweat on your brow. Fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for the pleasure. Fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for your life. Fighting resumes, a silence looms. The swordsmen move against each other. A cut and a thrust, a parry of blows. the chest and you're down. Seeing the stain, then feeling the pain, feeling the sweat on your brow. Fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for the pleasure. Fight for the honor, fight for the splendor, fight for your life. Turn the spotlights on the people, switch the dial and eat the worm. Take your chances, kill the engine, drop your bombs and let it burn. White flag shot to ribbons, the truce is black and burn. Shell shock in the kitchen, tables overturned. I'm back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. Throwing dice now, rolling loaded, I see sixes all the way. In a black hole, and I'm spinning as my wings get shot away. Questions are a burden, and answers are prison for oneself. Shell shock in the kitchen, tables start to burn. Back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. No brakes on the inside, paper cats and burning barns. There's a fox among the chickens and a killer in the hounds. Questions are a burden, and answers a prison for oneself. Shell shock in the kitchen, tables start to burn. Back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. But still we walk into the valley, and others try to kill the inner flame. We're burning brighter than before. I don't have a number, I'm a name. Back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. Yeah, yeah, I'm back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. But still we walk into the valley. I see sixes all the way, sixes all the way. In a black hole, and I'm spinning as my wings get shot away. In a black hole, and I'm spinning as my wings get shot away. Questions are a burden, and answers a prison for oneself. Shell shock in the kitchen, tables start to burn. Back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. Yeah, yeah, I'm back in the village again. In the village, I'm back in the village again. Back in the village, and I'm back in the village, and I'm back in the village again. Hear the rhyme of the ancient mariner. See his eye as he stops 103. Mesmerizes one of the wedding guests. Stay here and listen to the nightmares of the sea. And the music plays on as the bride passes by, caught by his spell. And the mariner tells his tale, driven south to the land of the snow and ice, to a place where nobody's been. Through the snow, fog flies on the albatross, hailed in God's name, hoping good luck it brings. And the ship sails on, back to the north, through the fog and ice, and the albatross follows on. The mariner kills the bird of good omen. His shipmates cry against what he's done, but when the fog clears, they justify him and make themselves a part of the crime. Sailing on and north across the sea, sailing on and north till all is calm. The albatross begins with its vengeance. A terrible curse of thirst has begun. His shipmates blame bad luck on the mariner. About his neck the dead bird is hung. Ba-da-da-ba-da.
after day, day after day, we stuck, no breath, no motion, as idle as a painted ship upon a painted ocean. Water, water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink. Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. There calls the mariner, there comes a ship over the line. But how can she sail with no wind in her sails and no tide? See, onward she comes, onward she nears, out of the sun. See, she has no crew, she has no life, wait, but there's two. Death and she, life and death, they throw their dice for the crew. She wins the mariner, and he belongs to her now. Then crew, one by one, they drop down dead, 200 men. She, life and death, she lets him live, her chosen one. One after one by the star-dogged moon, too quick for groan or sigh. Each turned his face with a ghastly pang and cursed me with his eye. 4 times 50 living men, and I heard no sigh, no grow. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they drop down one by one. The curse, it lives on in their eyes. The mariner, he wished he'd die, along with the sea creatures, but they lived on, so did he. And by the light of the moon, he prays for their beauty not doom. With heart he blesses them, God's creatures, all them too. Then the spell starts to break, the albatross falls from his neck, sinks down like lead into the sea. Then down and falls comes the roans, hear the groans of the long dead seamen, see them stir, they start to rise. Bodies lifted by good spirits, none of them speak, and they're lifeless in their eyes. And revenge still is sought, penance starts again, cast into a trance, and the nightmare carries on. Now the curse is finally lifted, and the mariner sights his home. Spirits go from the long dead bodies, form their own life, and the mariner's left alone. And then a boat came sailing towards him, it was a joy he could not believe. The pilot spoke, his son and the hermit, penance of life will fall onto him. And the ship, it sinks like lead into the sea, and the hermit frees the mariner of his sins. The mariner's bound to tell of his story, to tell his tale wherever he goes, to teach God's word by his own example, that we must love all things that God made. And the wedding guest's a sad and wiser man, and the tale goes on and on and on and on.